Well, hi, this is Ken with Village Green, and today I wanted to show you our latest landscape job that we did for Matt out here in Allen. So when I first spoke with Matt, this landscape, it had a big slope, there was no wall, there was a lot of runoff because the trees caused shade, and the plants that were here, they'd been in for quite some time, and they were looking kind of worn, and they required a lot of trimming. This is the second landscape that we've done for Matt, so he pretty well knew the routine and knew what he wanted. He wanted something that was a lot less maintenance, and something that gave a lot of color throughout the year, and also wanted that slope taken care of. So we had Andres, our stonemason, build this beautiful, beautiful wall. And then we started out on the corner over here. We've got, this is a Japanese maple. It's a weeping maple. That stays red most of the year. I like to use in this back corner here, that's called an oak leaf hydrangea. That's going to get somewhere around 4 or 5 feet tall. It's going to have white blooms. I like to use this in corners, kind of a nook, surrounded by evergreen plants because it's beautiful while it's in bloom, and then in the fall it has really nice red foliage. But in the wintertime, it goes dormant, it just turns to sticks. And so we want it surrounded by something evergreen so you don't notice it when it's in the sticks. But then it pops right back out in the spring and is really striking at that point. So I've surrounded it, or we've surrounded it with, these are giant liriope. Here, those get about 2 feet tall. This is called an Edward Goucher abelia. That'll get about 3 feet tall or so. At the corner of the porch, we're using a plant called Pringle Yew. That gets about 3 feet tall or so, maybe 4. It's evergreen. No trimming on any of these plants. This plant is called Huchera, also called Coral Bell, and it'll have a pretty bloom on it, really nice color. It did really well in the freezes that we had recently. This is called Leopard Plant, and you can see where it gets that name with the spots on it. That's going to get somewhere around 1.5 feet tall. The saucer-shaped foliage on them, those leaves are actually going to get about the size of your hand, so it gets a little bigger than you might expect. Behind that is Kaleidoscope abelia, and then framing the entry are the feathery plant there. Those are called Obsession Nandinas. They have a really nice red color in the wintertime, and what we like to do is to have plants that get tall enough to frame the entrance but not get so tall that you feel like you have to squeeze past them. And then the annual color that we've chosen, these are pentas. They're really consistent bloomers. They don't mind the heat at all. And then we repeated that all the way across the front of the landscape and around the side. So Matt was very, very pleased with the landscape when we were all done. He was pleased with how well Hannah and her crew worked. He said they were very responsive. They did any changes that were asked, they did it with a smile. So he was very pleased, not just with the landscape installation, but also with the workmanship of the crew. This is Ken with Village Green. If you like these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also you can sign up for our quick tip emails. Send these on to your friends and family if you like them. Ken with Village Green, your neighborhood landscape company.